This is a true story. The retreat at Glotzen forced the traders to proceed to the next operation immediately.
At last we come to the great battle of Kavaltis.
I have a favor to ask of you, Captain. I'm frustrated about the battle at Glotzen, so please win the next one for us, sir.
That's your favor?
Yes, sir. That's it.
You're a little close.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, the anti-war movement's gotten really vocal lately. They say an army who can't admit defeat is an embarrassment, that we should surrender to Ruse before it's too late.
Hans, what are your thoughts on our last battle?
Me, sir? I think I'm glad everyone here came out safe. To me, Vannergund is more than a unit. It's an inspiration. The anti-Valkyria squad is the face of Jutland's liberation. That's why I'm so happy you all made it back in one piece.
Oh no!
Bridget, wipe that look off your face.
Nothing wrong with that. Don't let anyone tell you different.
Yes, sir!
Don't worry about what anyone else thinks.
Goodness gracious, was that...
Did he just smile?
No way!
What?
Oh, I missed it! You should have said something sooner!
Ow, that hurts!
They're all so charmed by your singing, milady. It is strange. I do not know the full extent of this magic. However, now that I am aware of it, I can feel it inside me. A power sprung from every breath and rising with each note. A power for fighting the Valkyria? Nay, not for fighting. 'Tis a spark of light and life, like the warmth of a newborn star. Does that make any sense? Judging by their expressions, it really does. Anyway, you sure have visited a lot of new places in a short amount of time. I am not exactly sightseeing. Of course not, but haven't you already experienced more than you ever would have otherwise? True. Even though they were under the Empire's control, every land I've traveled to had its own unique lifestyle. No matter how much Ruse took, the hearts of these nations still beat strong. It gives me hope for their liberation. That's one way to look at it. But even though the Rusy colonies are being oppressed, they'll accept it as long as they can keep their cultures. In other words, the Empire left their customs intact. For example, if festivals and holidays are left alone, people can let off steam and relieve their frustrations. And then, oddly enough, they start convincing themselves that the Emperor understands them. Some say that's why they've accepted a foreign regime. Claudius, that tyrant, he's downright insidious. Just so. Looking back on the history of Europa, tyrannical governments can only impose their rule by force for so long. Conquerors who disregard the traditional cultures of their colonies are inevitably overthrown by rebels and insurgents. Until we unmask the insidious nature of his reign, We cannot truly claim to have liberated anyone. Jutland has to lead Europa into opening its own eyes. Then you should sing to the countries you've liberated too. I beg your pardon? Music heals the soul and rejuvenates the people's spirits, including mine. Your Highness's voice could rally the whole world together. Thank you, Miranda. Now go on and sing. They've been waiting all this time. Indeed.
Next is Freet Eriksson and Violet Sand.
Figured you'd show up sooner or later. Heard you already met with Solomon.
Indeed.
You're a strange guy. You seek us out, but don't sling any criticism or support our way. What exactly are you after?
I honestly don't know. I just want to meet you all.
Well, as you can plainly see, I'm nothing more than a writer, an essayist. We each have our own jobs.
All of which aid you in your current endeavors. It takes an extraordinary amount of willpower to remain devoted to a single cause so thoroughly for 10 years.
After the orphanage burned, a teacher took me in. I spent my days in a house filled with books and devoured all of them. That's how I learned about the power of words. I eventually started writing for newspapers to see more of the world.
And then you went freelance?
Wanted to broaden my horizons further, that's all.
And did you?
There's still a great deal I don't know, but I like learning. It gives me something I can call my own. You know, I was initially opposed to the war. The 5 of us fought about it more than a few times. But eventually I came around. Our whole lives were erased. They tried to bury the truth, but they forgot to bury us. So we decided it was time to fight. But enough about that. Let me ask you, will you take action against us?
No. I have only love for this country. And I think I best serve this country by fighting alongside you all.
You're a strange man.
I won't argue that. Lieutenant Sand.
Oh. So you came. I heard about you from Amlet. I'm surprised you were able to find me.
It wasn't easy.
Why not use that determination for Jutland?
That's what has brought me to all of you.
It seems you know about us, yet you don't try to stop us.
If there's one thing I've learned about the captain, it's no use trying to stop him once he's set his mind to something.
Yes, it's no use trying to stop it.
For that very reason, I want you to continue. Your fervor will ensure Jutland's victory, and that is all that matters.
You plan to exploit us?
Not unlike how you're exploiting this country.
And we're prepared to accept the consequences for that. Ever since the day we decided to do this. Satisfied?
Yes.
You're an unusual person.
I get that a lot.
Op details are as follows. That's all.
Please flex your hand. How does it feel?
It's different than before. Like my mind has become clearer.
The Ragnite has begun sharpening your nerves and heightening your reflexes. However, long-term usage will put an immense strain on your body, so please be careful.
Well met, Maxime. Word is your body's sporting some fancy new upgrades.
You heard correctly.
Not many test subjects survive experimental augmentation, so why take the risk?
It is all for His Majesty's path to power. I only wish to be his soldier, his general.
You sure are a strange one. Not only are you serving an emperor who should be your foe, you've already climbed up the ranks to be his Grand General. Some people are mighty suspicious of your amazing promotion.
Do they not trust me?
Victor still seems like he's got his doubts, but I trust you. And why do you suppose that is? Because you're intriguing, that's why.
Intriguing?
Everything in the world can be split into two categories. That which piques my interest, and that which does not.
So His Majesty's path to power interests you?
Of course. This job is so much fun. Every day's a holiday.
Then what do you think lies beyond His Majesty's path to power?
Never given it much thought.
What?
I'd rather enjoy the journey than dwell on the destination.
Have you no desire to know what the Emperor strives for? What you will see once he stands atop the world? Not once?
Only His Imperial Majesty needs to look that far ahead. Serving the Emperor intrigues me. That's all I need. But I get the impression that's not enough for you. Well, do what you want. But just between us, all we Grand Generals need to worry about is following Imperial orders. Don't overthink it.
We strike here.
Cavaltus, Ruse's primary line of defense, protecting them from the other great nations.
Which is precisely why it's significant. Its mountain range also separates the climate between Ruse and Jutland. If we can break through the defensive line that crosses this range, we can deal a massive blow to the Empire.
Big gamble, big payoff. It'll help with the superpowers too.
We must make our next move before the retreat in Glotzen starts affecting the country's morale. The incident there has brought upon a larger backlash, especially since we were advancing steadily with every op. The military's credibility has dropped 15%.
Are any of the Grand Generals there?
So far, we have no information. But considering how important this position is, I think it's likely that Galush or Gustav will take command.
And the Valkyria?
There's a high chance of it. Still, that's only at night.
With the latest weapon upgrades, you can really do business. Bring on the night. We're counting on you, Am.
I know.
One other thing, everyone. That man came to see me, too.
Same here.
Godot.
I was caught off guard. He really doesn't deny it. I didn't know how to deal with him.
Why doesn't he oppose us?
He told me he loves this country, and that's why he wants to fight alongside us.
Talk about a pain in the ass.
Op details are as follows. That's all.
There's been movement in the Jutland army. I've obtained information that they will attack Kovaltis.
They're getting close.
It will become a strategic point where we can display our might to the major powers. I knew they would come someday, but this is sooner than I expected.
Gustav, take command.
I was hoping you'd say that. Leave it to me. Then again, we could work together. How about it, Maxine? After taking the trouble to upgrade your augmentations, aren't you just dying to try them out?
Your Majesty.
Very well. We entrust you both with the defense of Kovaltis.
Yes, sire. I am honored to.
One more order for the two of you.
Whatever you please.
Keep those beasts at bay until the sun sets over Kovaltis. Come nightfall, death itself will sing its dirge.
Oh my, now we really can't afford to lose.
This battle shall be the blow which brings Jutland to heel. Proceed with caution.
Presenting Princess Ophelia, reporting for duty.
I am sorry to be so late.
We've been briefed. We'll prepare immediately.
Hurry.
Right.
Fifi! Must be hard juggling royal duties with soldier stuff.
Nay, that was not the problem.
Oh, it wasn't?
'Twas my king father again.
He's still trying to stop you from fighting the good fight? Guess he's gotten even pushier since the Valkyria showed up.
I had to cut our conversation short to come here. I hated doing that to my father, let alone my king. However...
Godot.
Sir.
Don't approach the others again.
Apologies. I just feared the five of you were making a grave mistake.
That's none of your concern. Stay out of our business. You've been warned. Now go.
Yes, sir.
May 12th. The operation to capture Kovaltis commenced. Vanergan's mission? Annihilate the enemy's main force.
The scope of this operation far surpassed any that have come before it.
I'll draw the main unit's attention. When their wolf pack appears, the pleasure of putting them down is all yours.
Right.
Jeez, hold out until nightfall, huh? Better take care not to force them into retreat before things get interesting.
Vanergan, attack!
Let's do this!
Phew! The first half of the battle's over, huh?
If it goes as planned, the main enemy unit that's fighting ours right now should be falling back to the fortress.
Once we've confirmed as much, we'll execute a pincer attack with the main army.
Then we devour the entrails of the Empire. What a beautiful plan.
I wonder how they are faring.
All we can do is wait.
However, Ruse's army did not retreat. Abandoning their fortress, they confronted Jutland's main force in full. It became a vicious battle where both sides were forced into attrition. Hour by hour, time had passed.
What's the matter? Well done.
There's no movement at all. It's eerie.
What are our orders?
The anti-Valkyria squad will hold position. The brass says if this battle gets drawn out, we may need to be wary of the Valkyria.
Bah! If that wretched Reaper's coming, then let it come.
Can't wait to try this baby out after all.
Hans, relay our confirmation to the main army.
Yes, sir.
I understand our orders. But is it wrong for us to stay put?
How do you mean?
Should we not lend a hand to the rest of our forces?
Right now, the main army needs to be 2 steps ahead of theirs. And we have our own job to do. We're the anti-Valkyria squad.
Welcome to the military, Princess. Orders are orders. It's not like they're shipping us home. Standing by is just a part of the job too, you know?
That may well be. But at this very moment, the blood of Jutland's finest is being spilt. As princess, I cannot brush their sacrifice aside.
Fifi.
Well, if you say it like that.
Technically, as princess, you could supersede their ranks. They'd have no choice but to obey you.
Oh, this is true.
We feel the same way, Princess. I'd much rather be helping out.
Just so.
Bad guys? Where?
That's...
Shit! We're under attack. Move to intercept.
Prince Laertes, I will repeat myself as often as necessary. We are not your enemy.
Who controls Ipsaria now?
Ipsaria belongs to its people. No one is controlling anyone.
Then, Princess, I will repeat myself in the same manner. Ipsaria has not been liberated. It was invaded by you Jutes.
Invaded?
From the Ipsarians' point of view, the head has only changed from Ruse to Jutland.
This is a misunderstanding. We fought for Ipsaria to grant them the peace and autonomy put to ruin by the Rusi Empire. As proof, its capital has been revitalized, and I hear that many Ipsarians wish for the return of their one true king.
Lies! It does not change the fact you hide your invasion behind honeyed words like liberation.
Prince, I believe that liberation means reaching out to each and every citizen. Ipsaria had been exhausted by Rusi oppression long before we stepped foot in your kingdom. Although your people yearned for freedom, they were drained of the strength to stand up. We only offered a helping hand.
That is hubris, Princess. The Ipsaria of old, its country, its people, was weak. That was why they lost to Ruse. Nothing more, nothing less.
What What sort of king calls his people weak? Have you no faith?
I am no king. I am Grand General Maxime of the Ruzi Empire, a man who has sworn allegiance to Emperor Claudius. But since you believe it so firmly, Princess, answer me. What is this king, this country, this future you see?
I see a king who walks alongside his people.
What?
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Is it therefore better to seize power through fear, or to surrender it out of love? A king must lead by example, not by stepping over others. People should look up to him, not be looked down on by him. I envision royalty walking side by side with their subjects. A future ruled by the power of love, not the fear of power.
A fool's errand! Something like that isn't possible!
But it is. I may be a princess, yet here I am, fighting both for and with my people. We could still work together, hand in hand. I know we can. My prince, please listen to reason.
Stay your tongue!
Your Highness.
Enough, Ophelia. Prince Laertes, Grand General, I don't care who you are. You want to call us invaders? Fine. Doesn't change the fact you stand before me as an enemy.
Hamlet!
And that means I have to cut you down.
Captain, it's sunset.
What are you so afraid of?
I'll distract him. Godot, take the squad and join up with the main army. Prepare for the Valkyria.
Understood. Come, Princess.
But I...
Go!
Oh my, the wolves are back on the prowl. Thanks to Maxime throwing them off the trail, it seems we've bought ourselves some time. Now, my dear Vanargand, I'll be halting you in your tracks a little longer. The night is still young. Let's enjoy it, shall we?
Ice front! Enemy mana weaponry!
They came back?
Our brigade had better not be beaten before we've begun.
No use worrying about it now.
Everyone, weapons free!
It's over, isn't it? Isn't it?
Honestly, they just keep on coming. We didn't even rejoin the main unit yet.
Well then, what's the plan? Lieutenant, your orders?
You okay there, Fifi?
Everyone, look!
Huh?
What is that?
It's here.
Here she comes. Now, let's leave the Reaper to her reaping.
Shall we order the whole army to retreat?
And spoil the fun. If we exit stage left before the show starts, our audience may catch wise and clear the theater.
That means...
Keep the vanguard at the front line. As for the rear guard, tell them to retreat quickly, calmly, and quietly.
Is that...
Amlet!
Captain! It's here. All right, Baz. Let's see what this can do.
Retreat! Run away! Everyone, run!
Hans, contact the main army. Have them retreat immediately.
Captain Gronkair.
Hans! Weapons free! All units ready! Destroy the Valkyria!
The Valkyria is getting weaker! Our attacks are working!
Let's go for the kill! Wait! What? We should take our chance!
We only slowed it down. The Valkyria is gathering strength.
Suppressing fire! I'll handle that thing. I've been waiting for you. Once you're gone, I'll be one step closer to the Emperor.
Captain!
Godot, cover Amlet.
We're moving in too!
Captain! No! Why us two? Valkyria, why?
It's suppressing our mana. We can't fight like this. We must retreat.
We can't retreat. We need to stop it. Here, now.
But... Princess!
No way! What is she doing? Fifi!
Your Highness, get back!
Enough of this, Valkyria. No more. You are killing allies and enemies alike.
You again. The one born as a mortal child.
What? Whatever do you mean? Tell me, why do you sing?
Because I must. I guide the foolish masses who march toward ruin with powers not meant for them to their rightful place.
Then I will also sing, to my utmost. Your voice may be a deathly dirge, but my heart carries a tune of hope. My song is the music of life itself.
This chant, is it?
The magic of love. The power to live.
This song is dangerous.
Maiden, spear in hand, please grant us the strength to stand. Watching
Her singing.
over this fair kingdom, 'tis our one and only home. Oh, voices raised in thankful praise unto the skies above. I send you my prayer
Hamlet?
of love.
Miss Maria.
Oh, valiant warriors who fell in battle glorious. In silence they slumber.
Godot! We did it. Captain,
Godot!
we won. We held back the Valkyria.
That's right. We won't lose. Not ever again.
Good. Then that means Jutland will prevail.
Save your strength.
Captain, all of your anger. You'll need that to win this war. To protect this country. To bring Jutland victory. However, don't let that anger consume you. Use your strength to keep our kingdom safe. Thank you. Thank you, Captain. Jutland's future is in your hands now.
Jutland suffered a crushing defeat at the Battle of Kvaltis. They didn't take the mountain range, and the main force sustained considerable damage from Gustav and the Valkyria. Professor, what sort of effect did this have on Jutland? It can't have been small.
Indeed. The effects spread beyond to neighboring countries, including the liberated Ipsaria.
You are in pain, are you not?
The Song of Life, was it?
What?
A descendant of my transgressions.
That princess.
This atrocity is all mine.